Overstock Spalding, Bare Bones Broadcasting. I have returned to speak to you emphatically about something. Emphatically. Just a minute. This is the buck. Got a serial number on it. Get the microphone. Make sure you understand this very, very vividly. This is a IOU. That IOU gets paid. It can't be paid with this or employment using it. No grant can pay it. No more. You can't collect the tax from the internationalists or the federal and pay the debt on this with it. You can't live on spending a tax of hot air and pay it. You can't live on that at all. That's what you're living on right now, the taxing of hot air. That ain't going to work. That doesn't work. It leaves too many out. It's not the truth. You have to live with the truth. This demands the truth. Demands it. You know why? What happens when you hear the truth? What happens? Every time you hear the truth, what happens? You laugh. Ever notice that? That's why a stand-up comic, he blasts you with these little truths and people laugh. Truth makes you laugh. You know that? Now, if Jesus came to testify to the truth, do you think he laughed very often? Itch, itch. Do you think Christ had a great sense of humor when he came to testify about, not himself, not about salvation. He came to talk about the truth. Only that. Only one thing. The truth. Now, it covers everything. I won't argue that. So we can talk about everything with the truth. Only that's the only thing the man spoke about. And he used himself as an example of literature. The word became flesh. What did it do? It confessed and cried. It was struggling. It was kicked around. It called things that got in its way in malicious ways for just plain jealousy unforgivable and blasphemy. That's what it did. To say that Jesus covers all sin, you are incorrect. He made it very clear he will not and shall not, and made it clear you'll show up at his door demanding him cover all sin, and he will not know you. He made that very clear to you. Do not say Jesus covers all sin. No, he does not. He disdains some sin viciously. Know it. You mock the truth. You will be mocked by Christ. And George Bush will be honored. You bow to Jesus, he'll make you bow to George Bush. Because you're a hypocrite bowing to him. That's why. And you were a hypocrite hating George Bush. That's why. Want to bet? I affirm you that one. Having a way backed up, not knowing one thing from another about either one of them. I don't know nothing about George Bush. Nothing. He read his script the whole time I saw him read a script. Well, yeah, he read some cool script. And sometimes George Bush said something that drove me right to confession. Let me tell you that right now. His confession drove me to confession. Same with Christ. Christ had a confession. Yes, he did. He broke down. Yes, he did. It made me do it too. Jesus stared at something. You have to stare at what he stared at and get excited about that, or you know nothing of Jesus. Old Glory pledges to something. You have to know what she pledges to, or you know nothing of your pledge to Old Glory until you understand her pledge. How can you pledge to something you don't understand? And it is yet, that's all glory is, a pledge. That flag is a pledge. Now you're going to pledge to a pledge? You better know the pledge. And it's citizenship, it's mutual, it's everything lovely. Ready to pledge to that? Are ya? Make sure you understand what it means. It doesn't mean sacrifice, it means contribution. It means the truth. It means a sense of humor. And it takes justice and tells you, you know what, justice, you wouldn't know if it came up and bit you. You're accusing justice. Justice does not accuse. No, it doesn't. Neither does the truth. Neither one accuse. And justice is accusing right now. Bah! Without a confession itself, worthless. Want to bet? The currency shall get paid. Every last farthing. And you're going to come up with 5 more currencies and contribute to do it too. Off work, for work, retired, everyone pitching in. We're going to build pyramids here. We're going to move mountains here. Got it? We're going to pay the currency. And we're going to dream of it, talk about it, understand what it means and why. Does that make sense? Sure it does. And we're going to live. Because we've got to face something here. Planet going dormant. Humans for generations living without a confession. This generation's going to have a confession. And start that as a fad. Where the old confess to the young you had no business bringing them. Now we all got to help. Got it? I need your help to raise you. I was a dummy to bring here, and I don't know what I'm doing. I shall be here back, Bare Bones Broadcasting, Skeleton Nation.